Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Masterpiece Lounge. I am your hostess, certified life coach, author, and speaker, Chrisnatha, and we're back with another segment. And I'm super excited because this segment is something that I think you're all going to like. If it is your first time here in the Masterpiece Lounge, welcome. This is our corner of the internet where we talk about things that really help push and evolve us into a better version of ourselves in our personal and professional lives. And if you've been here before, welcome back and let me know where you're tuning in from in our chat. So today we have another amazing segment, and we're going to be talking about mindfulness, practicing mindfulness. It's so important that we are in tune with our full selves. And some of you might be thinking, what in the world is mindfulness? Well, I'm going to tell you. Mindfulness is a practice that involves being fully present and engaged in the current moment. I am guilty of sometimes being somewhere or being in a space, and I'm thinking about something that has already happened in the past, or what I think might happen, or what I plan to do, or my to-do list for the future. And so mindfulness really helps us to be present in what's happening now. And so there's 5 tips that I want to share with you today that's going to help you and others in your life be more mindful. So let's just jump right in. And the first one is mindful breathing. Mindful breathing. I know I've shared this before, when I get anxious, which does not happen as often as it used to. So that is considered a lot of progress and growth. So I'm excited about that. But when I'm anxious, or overwhelmed, I take really slow, deep breaths. And so I'm going to kind of explain what mindful breathing looks like. And so you're going to start by finding a comfortable position. You can either be sitting up straight, right? Like I am right now, or lying down flat. And I want you to focus your attention on your breathing. Notice the sensations as you inhale and as well as when you exhale. Okay, so take slow, deep breaths. And if your mind wanders, because that happens, right? Gently bring your focus back to your breathing. And you can practice this for a few minutes each day, and it'll really help you start to ground yourself in the present moment. And so your mind isn't all over the place. Number 2 is a body scan meditation. And so for this, you're also going to lie down, or you're going to sit comfortably, whichever you prefer. It brings awareness to different parts of your body. Oftentimes we're not paying enough attention to our body. And so this is a way for you to do that, right? And you're starting from your toes, moving up to your head. You're taking your time. You're not rushing this, right? You're scanning your body. How many times do we really have a moment to do that? Because we're always on the go, right? Notice any sensations, any tensions in each area of your body without judgment. This isn't about judging your body. Be kind to yourself. This is all about awareness. Release any tension or stress that you might be holding in any area where you find tension, right? As you become aware of them, whether that's your shoulders, your neck, your back, right? Your joints, your arms, your legs, whichever it is. But yeah, begin to release that tension. I know one time I had a headache that I just could not get rid of no matter what I tried. And as I was doing a body scan meditation, I realized that the tension was right up here behind my neck. And once I realized that, I was able to work on getting that relieved. And oh my goodness, I felt 1,000 times better. But I had to slow down and really take inventory of what was going on. Number 3 is mindful observation. So I want you to do something. You're going to choose an object, something that's close to you, right? You're going to choose an object. It could be a flower, a piece of artwork that you have that you're staring at right now, anything around you. It can be your favorite mug, whatever it is. And I want you to spend a few minutes observing it mindfully, not just quickly looking at it, but paying attention to the details. So notice its colors. Notice the textures. Notice the shapes. Take full inventory of what it looks like. Engage your senses fully, observing without judgment or interpretation. You don't have to interpret it a certain way, but just observe it. This is going to help you start paying attention to detail. The smallest things matter. Okay, number 4 is mindful walking. So walking is really important and it's good for us all, right? So your homework is to take a walk outside or indoors because it might be really cold, right? Or indoors, but at a comfortable pace. So you don't have to be walking super fast, but just at a comfortable pace, whatever's comfortable for you. And I want you to focus your attention on the sensations of walking, right? What does that look like? The movement of your legs, the feeling of your feet touching the ground. What does that look like? What does that feel like? I want you to pay attention to all of your surroundings. Pay attention to the sights, pay attention to the sounds, pay attention to the smells. Don't get lost in your thought, though. I want you to stay focused on what's happening, but pay attention, right? Mindful. That's mindful walking. So, for instance, if you were outside, let me close my eyes and imagine if I was outside right now taking a walk, I looked at the sidewalk, right? I'm able to see what that looks like. Is it uneven, right? Are there a lot of flowers around? Do I hear birds chirping? Do I see a lot of trees? How big are those trees? What does it feel like outside right now? And so that is just an example of mindful walking. Number 5 is mindfulness in your daily activities. What does this look like? I'm glad you asked. So you're going to incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine. So for example, while eating, right? I want you to focus on the taste, the texture, and the sensation of each bite without getting distracted. So I know that might be hard for some of you, and without distractions. And what do I mean? Oftentimes when we're having a meal, we could also be using our cell phone. We could also be watching our favorite show on television. We could also be reading the paper, right? So there's a lot of things happening as we're eating, but I want you to like focus in. What am I eating? Oh, I like this texture. I don't like this texture. Oh, I love the taste, right? What do you taste as you're eating, right? And so just think about it. Be mindful. Like I said, I know life is busy or usually doing things on the fly, but take some moments to be mindful of what's happening and be present. So during the daily routines or your routine tasks, like let's say washing dishes or taking a shower, pay attention to all of the sensations, the sounds, and the movements that are involved. And so in being more mindful and practice mindfulness, I also want to add that consistency matters. As you do this more regularly, it's something that you will just begin to do, right? It'll become a habit. And also to practice non-judgmental awareness. What does that mean? Not being judgmental about yourself and what you realize, right? It's not about you're supposed to feel like this, you're supposed to feel like that. We just want to make sure that you're aware, right? So no judgment, just acknowledge your feelings and let them pass. Don't get caught up in them, just acknowledge them. There are apps and resources if you don't know where to start. So consider using some apps. Just to name a few, there's like Headspace, Calm, Insight Timer. So there's just a few that you can start to look at, but there's so many more. They have guided mindfulness exercises, and meditation sessions for you to participate in. And so I want you to really start thinking about mindfulness as part of your daily routine, as something that you do that helps you just be present. Because with everything going on in the world and everything being so fast, it's important to find moments where we slow down and we are present fully in this moment. So I hope you enjoyed today's segment and you can start really taking away some nuggets and start applying them today. I am Chrisnatha DeRosier, your host, certified life coach, author, and speaker. If we're not connected, let's get connected on social media platforms. And I will see you same time, same place next week. And until then, be well. Take care.